Okay, I'm going to give you a little sneak preview of a new game I'm making. This is going to be my first PC game and my first game to be released on Steam. I'm also making it in Unreal Engine. I've been working with Unity so far for my mobile games, and it's good for that. But I've been dying to get away from it. So the last time I used Unreal Engine was about, oh my goodness, it was like 10 years ago at university. My final year of uni, I made a game in Unreal 4, and yeah, I haven't touched it since, really. So a lot's changed. I need to get to grips with it again. I'm actually using this little game as a bridge. There's a much bigger game I want to make, which is a simulation game, like a vehicle simulation, like a boat crane simulator on canals. And it's going to require lots of beautiful environments and things like that, and a lot of complicated physics. So I'm making this small game, excuse me. I'm making this small game as a bridge to get me back into Unreal, get familiar with it, back into C++. I'm very happy to be doing it. These are some little renders I did in Blender when I initially made this. It was just a little fun experiment. I have moved from Blender back to Maya. I much prefer Maya. That's my own personal choice. Maybe it's just me, but when I make stuff in Blender, it's never as good as when I make it in Maya. And I know there's some amazing Blender artists out there, especially in VFX with film and animation, CGI and stuff. But when you're making 3D for games, it has to be pretty much perfect, and the meshes have to be highly optimized. Everything has to be highly optimized. And I just don't find that I can do that in Blender. I'm sure there are people that are really good at it, but for me, Maya just makes so much more sense. And they do an indie license, which is like 300 quid a year, which isn't too bad. I think that's fair enough. Works out to about, just under £30 a month. You have to pay it yearly, which I think is a gripe for a lot of people, but for what it is, it's totally a fair price. I'm happy to pay it. It's an amazing piece of software. But these are the reason I'm showing you these is because this is the general idea for the lighting that I wanted, and I've only just rebuilt it all in Maya and optimized all the modeling in there and the topology. So I haven't lit it or done any texturing yet. It's in very early stages, but this is the general idea of the lighting. So it's called Tempvoidden, temporal void space. You find yourself in this little scene where you're in void space and you can fall off the edge of it, and when you do fall off the edge, you fall down and land back in the scene, and maybe some things have changed. You're trying to figure out why you're there, what's going on, how to get out of there if you can. So there'll be puzzles to solve. There'll be a mysterious stranger that appears every now and then, perhaps sitting on the chairs there. And if you see down here on the left, there's a slight dip in the scene. Well, this, if you will, is pavement. And then here is like a road. So every now and then a vehicle might appear there and then go back off into the void. And you have a basement here where there's a giant screen and a projector is playing archive footage on the screen. There's also going to be a laptop on the bar tables down there. You have a door here with a kind of facial recognition style puzzle to solve as well. And you have a rooftop with an elevator, a greenhouse, and drone boxes up there. Just want to show you the sci-fi door there to get in. Yeah, a little bit better view of how the basement's going to look. The outdoors here, we've got these garbage cans, trash cans, whatever you want to call them. Dustbins, I would call them. Large industrial dustbins. There's the rooftop. Still a few props to put in and all that, but we're going to go over to Maya and have a better look at it. So yeah, this is it in Maya. Nice clean topology. There's something about 3D that I love, even though I work as a software engineer and I make my own games and stuff. 3D is like a sanctuary for me. I find it incredibly relaxing, and therapeutic is the word I'm actually looking for. Getting all the topology nice, you know, building out scenes and objects. It's all very neat and tidy and everything in its place, and feels really good. Incredibly satisfying once you've got it. That's a bit. So that's how the door will open and close. It's on like a hydraulic system there. We've got some fans up here. Anyway, it's all looking good. So I'm only at the stage where I'm grey boxing at the moment, and I just wanted to make a quick devlog. Let me load up Unreal and show you what it looks like in Unreal. I was considering just putting a little engine together with, you know, C++ libraries rather than using Unreal or anything like that, but as much as I would love to do that, and I know how good it would feel to just build it all out myself, I really don't have that kind of time, you know. And it sucks because I would like to do that. It's something that I almost feel guilty about not doing, which might sound strange. Okay, that's all loaded. Let's boot it up in Unreal. Alright, so this is it in Unreal. It feels very, very cool to have it all in here. Like I said, I'm just grey boxing it, make sure all the proportions are right, everything looks the right size, which it does. This is somewhat narrow, but that's okay. It is a little bit, I mean, it's more of a camera issue. Obviously, it's all just standard Unreal lighting and look at the moment. I'm going to have to do all that and write my own shaders and get my own look going on. But yeah, it looks the way I want it to look in general. It feels good. It feels really cool to model something out and spend all that time modeling, all those hours, and then just bring it in here and have it. Little snag there, got stuck on the geometry. There's going to be so many teething issues. I know that. It's all part of the learning process, all part of the fun. Without those issues, it wouldn't be so satisfying when you actually get everything working. It's just part of the process. And then when you fall off, you'll come back to it. Obviously, I haven't coded anything yet. However, what I can do is pop the player up onto the roof there. Is he in the right spot? I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah. And here we are. So this will be the little elevator that you get in downstairs. You'll obviously go through the side door and end up coming up the elevator. So it's all looking good. These boxes, so they open up and little drones fly out of them. They come back and forth. It's like some kind of delivery system or something. Yeah. So this is the door that you'll go in, and you'll go up in the elevator to the roof. This is obviously the door to the basement. The door to this little shop. Yeah. Like I say, small little game. I'll put it on Steam for a couple of quid. I'm not going to go into detail about the puzzles or too many details about the story or anything, so I don't want to ruin it. But I did want to make a quick devlog because I found when I was making my other games that if I went on for too long, when I came to make the devlog, it was difficult to go all the way back to the beginnings and show the difference, and I had to rely on maybe like a couple of old videos or screenshots that I had laying around and then just talk over the top of it rather than actually show it properly. So yeah, that's about it really. Like, subscribe and hit the bell so you can stay tuned and see how this develops, and check the description for links to buy me a coffee and send me some dough. Keep me going. I've actually started reviewing games as well. I thought it'd be good to have a gamer and an indie dev do some game reviews, because I know that game reviews these days are pretty bad and it's generally just shills. I'll also be, I want to review a lot of indie games as well, not just the AAAs, and games that are in preview, you know, playtests, early access and stuff like that. So yeah, if you put some money in the pot as well, it'll help me buy games to review. So I'll put a little recommended video thing up there for you to check out my first couple of game reviews. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay safe.